Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 of research writing. We have 2 more weeks, just 2 more weeks left to go. This week, you would think it'd be maybe an easier week. Probably not. It depends on how much you want to do next week. This week, there isn't an official assignment due other than the discussion board and then checking off that you've done your writing. But this week and next week, you really need to be working full throttle ahead on your research paper. My recommendation is to write this week, get a draft done, sit on it for a day or two, and then go back and edit. I always find if I write and then let it sit for a bit and come back, I see a lot more clearly what I need to change than if I write a draft and look at it right away or start trying to edit it right away. If I let it sit for a bit and come back, I usually see more things more quickly than if I were to go straight through. Some things I would encourage are to read it aloud. Once you've gotten it to a point where you're fairly comfortable with it, read it out loud. See what it sounds like. Sometimes the way that you write is not going to mesh up with the way that it would read. So make sure you read it aloud, see what a word might be missing or something might not flow very well. Also have some, like 1 or 2 other people read it. That always helps because sometimes we look at something so many times we can miss even simple things like spelling errors or things like that. So have someone else read it as well if you have that opportunity. That's not part of the grade or anything, but excuse me, that's just to help you. And let's see, the submissions that you just made yesterday, your mid-course, which has everything that you've done till now, those I will take a little bit longer in looking at. So I'll have those back to you by next Monday instead of by Friday. That way you still have a full week as you're working on everything else. If there is anything else that you need to tweak or edit, you still have a full week to do that. Because at this point, I'm not going to be making any suggestions like start over, new thesis, new outline, anything like that. It's going to be looking at the fine-tuning things and making suggestions for your intro and conclusion after you've done some editing, tweaking on them based on what I had already mentioned to you in past assignments. I believe that is it for this week. So you might think it's easy. It depends on how much you want to cram in next week. So take your time in writing. Be thorough. Stick to your outline. If you write and you find that you're taking a little bit of a different direction, you either need to rewrite it according to your outline or adjust your outline so it follows the direction that you're taking. But just make sure that when all is said and done, your paper matches your outline, whichever way you end up doing that. Writing your paper to your outline or adjusting some of your outline based on your paper. Just make sure that those things match in the end. And use your outline because that's why it's there. It will make the writing easier as you go through this writing process this week and next. Like I said, I believe that's it. Discussion board. What grammar and style areas do you struggle with the most? I'll note some things towards the end of the week, maybe Friday or Saturday, of what I see as most common in my teaching experiences. Probably things that you guys have seen well as well in yourselves, probably. Yeah, that's it. I hope you all have a great week. As always, email with me with any questions or anything like that, and I will get back to you. Have a great week.